Women's round of 16 is in the water. We'll be getting started shortly with Caroline Marks up against Bronte Macaulay, the two goofy foots in the lineup.
I love this heat on paper. Obviously, Caroline Marks has had such a stellar season. Bronte, on the other hand, she's leading the qualifying series, but she wants to make up ground on the Jeep leaderboard and get in that top 10.
That's a different situation for Steph to be in after that early round loss in France. As we see, first paddle from Caroline Marks. Up and riding on her backhand. Nice check off the top to start off with. Just comes unstuck.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tricky maneuver there. She tried to negotiate that landing.
It's been so great to have him around and good to see, today is looking fun. There's definitely contestable conditions. As we see, Caroline Marks, nice strong attack to start off with. A second little wrap and looking for this big bowling section to put the closeout on, and she'll kick out clean.
Yeah, great ride from Caroline. This ride that we saw from her. Love the swoop through on her backhand. A lot of power, speed carried throughout this wave. Two-turn option.
Exciting times as we see Bronte Macaulay driving into that first turn. Nice crack with those fins just going out the back of the wave. Hits that oncoming section strong. So scores to come through for Bronte Macaulay. Caroline Marks opened up with a 5-point ride.
Kind of release more on the championship to a beautiful swoop through, really opening up her shoulders as she meets that lip line.
So finding some rhythm out in the lineup.
And I mean, Kayla's here, Carissa's dad is here, Luke, her husband. She's got a great team around her, a lot of support from a major sponsor.
Bronte Macaulay with a nice opening turn. Throws in a powerful second one. So putting in a second score on the board.
Wow, that rain is really pelting down at the moment.
You're right, Rosie. I called it too early. The rain is back.
She trying to back up that 6, drops into this piece of water, swoops around, so nothing too critical there. Gets through that flat section, finishes on her feet. It's going to be a nice addition to the 6.
Moving around the lineup, just trying to see what she can find, and she's going to have a look. Nice looking left opening up in front of her. She's gaining some speed, gets clipped by the lip, and has to kick out.
Yeah, I love the speed that Caroline got on those first few pumps on that wave, and then, like you mentioned, clipped by that lip.
Early on, as we see a nice big crack out the back to start off with. 2-turn combination on the inside from Caroline. So finding that rhythm again. She was chasing a 4.84 to be right back in the mix with Bronte Macaulay.
Get that front on angle, beautiful speed carried throughout, 2-turn combo, quick in the pocket. Not too much space on that wave, so Caroline really had to make those maneuvers in quick succession. I think the 4.84 that she requires will be in her scoreline after the score drops in.
And Bronte Macaulay with a late drop in the foam makes it around that opening section for a nice big hit, but that wave fizzles out.
Got to embrace everything that comes with competing today. Someone that does that so well is Bronte. Kind of gets a little bit hung up on that first maneuver. She kicks out. Maybe a little bit disappointed that wave didn't offer more. Such a consistent season, and to be the first woman to get that equal prize money on the Gold Coast, that's such an amazing feat.
Driving into that first turn, nice big hack out the back. Connects through smooth as ever for that second turn, and now waiting for that inside section to open up. And completes it with at least 4 turns connected together. So looking to put some distance between herself and Bronte Macaulay.
Paddles in, drops in on this wave. Beautiful smooth face, makes connection with that first maneuver. Such a sweet spot that she found on that wave. Connects through, stays low center of gravity. Caroline Marks finishes strong, best wave of the heat. This move right here, that's the best maneuver we've seen so far. Great flow throughout.
So much power thrown into each of those turns. And that's why someone like Caroline Marks, now up and riding, is in that world title race, because she's been able to crack into that semifinal in those final rounds so many times this year to get that many points to her name throughout the season. Bronte having a look now, up and riding on her backhand. Nice strong attack to start off with. Wave starts to go a little bit soft on her. She's going to stick with it, try and keep that speed, power, and flow going, but has to kick out.
Yeah, and you can tell that Bronte knows that won't be the score that she requires. Let's see, 10 seconds. I think this one is in the bag for Caroline.
Caroline up and riding once again. Massive, big closeout re-entry. She's going to go down in the froth, but I love that attack for the finish. Well, Caroline Marks has just booked herself a place into the quarterfinals, taking a win away from Bronte Macaulay. Another round 16 knockout for Bronte, but so much excitement for the Grom, giving autographs down on the sand. And how much does that little girl want to be like Caroline Marks?